I see plastic bottles all over the place.
We have a lot of garbage on the streets of Trinidad and Tobago.
People is naturally throwing something, fling it there. They drive and fling it there.
I notice a lot of plastic bottles and trash when you go one time. Trinidad is just litter. Lazy people, the garbage we ride there, and we just straight on the ground and say, well, that's too far to walk and through that quite there.
You know, when you look at the drains and the rivers, you look at the sides of the roads, there are plastic bottles, plastic wrappers, everything you could think about in plastics. They're dumped, and you know, first of all, it creates a really unattractive scene.
Visual pollution, blighting of the environment. It just sits around and it never degrades.
When I see plastic bottles on the ground, I get upset. I wish they can find some kind of way to get release.
They should have somebody picking up them bottles or something like that, you know.
The negative environmental and social impacts of plastic are many. Because this is a tropical country and we're in the middle of rainy season, you get a lot of heavy rain. That rain comes down, immediately fills up the trenches and drains. Any bottles that are left lying around are washed away. They can become stuck in culverts. That causes the water to back up and flooding to occur.
You see bottles all over, and when it starts to flood, it's flooding all in the streets all about and dirtying up the place.
Plastic, as we know, travels down rivers and streams into the ocean and is very harmful to sea life, in particular turtles that mistake the plastic for their food. And other animals, actually other sea life, are mistaking plastic for their food.
We know the destruction of plastic. Take for instance, if it gets into the sea, if turtles and they tend to feed on these little things, they can die. So it has a long-term effect on the environment and also wildlife.
The garbage we discard radically comes back and creates some of the most deadly things towards, you know, sustenance.
Plastic is not something that can be easily destroyed. I mean, you throw a bottle, a plastic bottle here, or bottles or whatever, that's not biodegradable.
We know that plastics, you know, they harm the environment, especially if they're burnt. They release toxic gases and even harm a person's health.
Well, it should recycle so the less burning of plastic for people to be suffocating, because I is a sinus case and I have a granddaughter is an asthma case. So all of that pollution going up in the air. So if they recycle that, it will be less pollution going up into the air.
The other issues with the plastics are, of course, takes up a lot of space in landfills.
In Trinidad, we burn a lot of our landfill, and when plastic is burned, it is extremely toxic. So it really should never end up in landfill. Plastic should always be recycled.
Yeah, if there was a plastic bottle recycling company, I would recycle my bottle.
I would love to recycle paper, bottle, cans, anything to save the country.
Plastics recycling in Trinidad and Tobago is a new area. A lot of effort has gone into changing people's attitudes towards waste and trying to get people to manage their waste in an environmentally responsible way.
Just if they have more information, and if they have more information, they can know what to do.
More needs to be done with regard to education, making people more environmentally friendly, in terms of educating them about the environment, what we should and what we should not do.
We've seen a lot of people getting cancer and they may not be aware, so research definitely has to be done in this area.
We need to get proper education on how to do it because of the carbons and the emissions again. So there's a whole lot of wealth and knowledge that is missing.
Let them see that, yes, there is a harmful effect. We need to act, we need to see about this, we need to properly dispose of our plastics, we need to not dump plastic bottles at the side of the road, and this can only be done through an effective marketing campaign.
What is needed now is a comprehensive and continuous social marketing campaign to get people to thinking about proper waste management and recycling. That's not in place now. The new government is looking at that.
I am not aware of a program called Plastic Keep. I'm not aware of the recycling program in Trinidad.
I'm not aware of any recycling program, plastic program in Trinidad.
Plastic Keep is a Trinidad and Tobago government-funded plastic recovery project. We are aiming to reduce the amount of post-consumer plastic that is presently going to landfill and to teach Trinidad and Tobago citizens how to collect and properly dispose of their plastic waste. In terms of a general public plastic recycling project, this is the first. Plastic Keep is the first in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't actually have a recycling plant in Trinidad. We take it to this place, Recycling in Motion. So what they do is they collect all the plastic, they sort it into the different types, you know, the 1 to 7 types of plastic, and then they chip it. And they chip it, and it chips into little fine chips, and they bale those chips. They also bale like the plastic, like the film, like plastic bags, and so all of that just gets baled and compressed. And everything is shipped out of here to be processed. It's whoever is offering the best price.
Plastic Keep is providing a model of how the nation can move forward with plastics recycling. What the government can do is set the stage by passing the requisite policies and laws that compel citizens to recycle and provide financial incentives to do so.
It's time for the government to, you know, get serious about the environment, and they should be the ones to take that step and educate the population.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago has really helped us in that they fully have sponsored Plastic Keep. They have covered all our costs.
One of the other benefits from a proper comprehensive recycling program is the one of creating jobs. When you pull plastics, when you pull anything out of the waste stream, it can be regarded as a feedstock for new industry. So as opposed to something that you want to get rid of, bury in the ground and forget about, it becomes something that you can take that has value.
More the poor people will benefit most with the recycling program. If you say we have to pick up bottles and, you know, to recycle and thing, you'll see plenty people, you know, trying to hustle to pick up the bottle because of the carry bottle and thing. Long time, well, I know carry they used to break up the bottles on them and sell them by the pounds and thing, by the bags. You know, so if you do the same thing with recycling with the plastic bottle and thing, you know, there is some more opportunity for people to get work and things to do. You know, so the recycling will very be important in Trinidad and Tobago.
If there's a cash incentive, the lower classes in the country, Trinidad and Tobago, will directly benefit.
If you want to get a positive effect, give them some sort of incentive, I don't know, some monetary fee.
I definitely think they would recycle because it's a win-win situation, right? They're getting a compensation and they're helping the environment, so I think it would be a plus.
If I can trade back the bottles that I purchased and get some money in return, it will encourage them to recycle.
Not everything is cash, not everything is money. If you come out with a willing heart and say, this is my country, I need to put my foot down and say enough is enough. With this man is dumping rubbish in my area, I think everything will be going good. The pollution in the area will be so clean that everybody can inhale the fresh air.
The future of recycling in plastics in Trinidad and Tobago requires different stakeholders to come together in a partnership. That's government, that's the private sector, that's NGOs, that's the public. All these people need to work together and realize that Trinidad and Tobago is everybody's country.
Everyday people can get involved by visiting the website and contacting us. And we are willing to share information, we are willing to support anybody who wishes to be a part of the project.
You know, we could be the one to lead the way in recycling plastics, set up our own recycling company here, and, you know, carry it on where, yes, we can make money from recycling plastics locally, but we could do business with the other Caribbean islands who also have problems of, you know, they don't have recycling companies as well. So I think, you know, it would be a great initiative if the government, you know, actually thinks about starting their own recycling company in Trinidad. And it's not only going to help Trinidad and Tobago, it's going to help the region.
It's not about the government doing something for you. It's more or less you doing something for yourself, because the environment is about you.
I think that people should do like a cleanup, you know, start cleanup groups, you know. I mean, I think they already started it, you know, and that will really help.
If you come out and say, hey, we're going to have a recycling group, I think real youth will come out and support the program.
There's always the possibility for anything to happen anytime.
I'm feeling that it's all of a sudden going to increase, and we're going to see the appreciation for the project in a large way.
Warriors, warriors, I'm calling out to you. Warriors, warriors, hail your name. Warriors, warriors, I'm calling out to you. Warriors, warriors, never cease from praying. When you wake up in the morning, hail Rastafari. Shine your light to the little ones, cause the youth has gone astray. It is your purpose on earth to show them the right way. Guide and protect them, oh Jai. Rastafari, here I say. Warriors, warriors, rise for the fighters. Warriors, warriors, don't cease from praying.